After beating Iron Meat's story, you might think you stopped the evil meat parasite invasion for good. But you'd be wrong. There is a ton of free content we've been adding to the game. Since we launched last year, we've been focused on fine-tuning gameplay, adding bonus modes, and today we'll be breaking down everything you might have missed since release, including everything in our brand new update and a glimpse at the future of additional content for the game. Our first patch in October was simple. We rebalanced the final boss fight for smoother difficulty, fixed the bug preventing Sasha's post-boss appearance, and improved controller responsiveness and visual stability, especially in the demo version. It wasn't until our next patch that we released our first significant update to the game, with the arrival of a new mode and a few mechanical and visual adjustments. You may already be familiar with Mirror Mode, which allows players to go through the entire game, only this time having to run to the left. By flipping these levels and requiring movement from right to left instead of the usual left to right, it's a fun twist that challenges your memory of the original version of the game. There's also a bold new red color to player projectiles when entering Supercharge, Rapid Fire Mode. Grab a duplicate of your current weapon to supercharge your shots, but snag another copy and your firepower not only intensifies, it transforms into a blazing display of crimson destruction. This first content update also makes some more noticeable changes to improve the overall experience as you move from one level to the next. If you finish a level with more lives than you started with, you get to keep the extras. No more wasted pickups. We've also boosted the default damage for the E, U, and M guns to make your arsenal hit even harder. And to top it all off, those annoying enemy types are finally fair game, like the dreaded mouth doors on the train and moon base, and the crawling meatworms on base, which can now be taken out the moment they show up. Unlike the previous major update, this brand new update is full of tons of new additions. We thought we needed more background action to spice up combat, so we're bringing wall-crawling zombies into the mix. These zombies are going to be regular level encounters, climbing walls and background elements like trees. We wanted to add a new normal enemy that showed an infected human soldier as a member of the meat horde. So, that became a wall-crawling zombie. Stay alert for any that come pouncing at you though. They'll run like any other infected human. So pay attention to where these guys land and try not to run into them. Next, for the first time ever, we're introducing a couple of new weapons into Iron Meat. You'll have a chance to fight flesh with fire, now that we're also bringing you a brand new flamethrower, so you can extinguish anyone in your path. The flamethrower was first seen during the end credits of the game, where our fellow armored soldiers were finishing off the last bits of meat spores, hiding in vents and hard-to-reach places in facilities and towers. Don't get us wrong, they definitely look cool in the end credits, but we thought about their practical use in-game, and now we've decided to make it an official weapon that you can use. Burn up those monsters and watch them sizzle into a crisp. As you hold down your fire button, you'll see a flaming streak extend into its maximum distance. And you can keep holding down the fire button and still run and aim all over the place. So there's no movement restrictions when this thing is on. Although it's pretty limited in its range, the flamethrower is an excellent choice for crowd control, letting you clear out vast hordes of meat creatures with ease. Against bosses though, you might want to rethink that. But hey, no one's gonna tell you not to use it against them. But that's not the only new weapon we're adding with this update. We're excited to be adding in the particle gun, also known as the P-gun, or the bacon gun as we've called it internally. This weapon rapidly fires a stream of oddly shaped energy particles at enemies. But while its damage output is somewhat negligible against bosses, its true potential comes with controlling hordes of meat monsters running at you from multiple directions. Now for the meat of this major update. We'll be introducing three new game modes players can enjoy. That's Boss Rush mode, Mutator mode, and Arcade mode. In Boss Rush, you'll face off against every boss in the game. But don't worry, you'll have a chance before every fight to grab your preferred guns to help you. You'll have access to every weapon available in the game that you can pick up and upgrade like normal before every boss fight. so choose wisely. Like the normal playthrough mode, you can pick easy, normal, or hard difficulty before you start, and you'll begin with that default number of lives for that difficulty. You'll still be able to earn a new life every 20,000 points you earn, so the more bosses you defeat, the more you'll be able to stay alive. And hey, there's no shame in defeat. If you do get destroyed by a boss, you'll have to restart from the very beginning and attempt to face off all the bosses all over again. Next up, we decided to give you the keys to your own demise, or victory. You can decide how big the challenge is with the new Mutator mode. Now you'll be able to customize a bunch of new settings being added to the game. Want to swarm yourself with a ton of meat monsters? Increase the enemy multiplier by 10. You can change the default number of lives you start each level with, what weapons appear in a level, and which weapon drops turn into point drops, and much more. Players can look forward to a whole swath of new settings being added to this mode, both now and in future updates. So if you're itching for a more customized experience playing Iron Meat, Mutator mode is just for you. And if you're up for pure chaos, turn all the settings on at once and experience pure meat calamity. In the all-new arcade mode, you can choose to play through the entire game with a limited number of retries. This has been something requested by fans of the game, so we're happy to get this mode rolling out with this update. Depending on the difficulty you select at the start, you might get a couple of continues you can still use to get back into the action. But use them all up and you're dead permanently. You'll also still be able to earn a new life for every 20,000 points you earn. So if you're an Iron Meat Pro, you'll see your lives rack up beyond the default number set based on your difficulty. We're glad to have arcade mode added to the game, and we hope players will enjoy this fan-requested mode. And as a company that also runs and has arcade machines, it's pretty cool. Maybe one day we'll have an actual arcade of Iron Meat. So yeah, this is a crazy huge patch we're releasing. But if you thought that's it, you'd be totally wrong. We've got an exciting content patch coming out later this year that'll follow Sasha and what she's been up to during the whole time we've been fighting the meat on Earth as Vadim or your custom skin character. This update will introduce new levels into the game, which will be yet another new stepping stone for us with Iron Meat, along with a possible visual upgrade to the enemies and bosses you're already familiar with. We'll save all the nitty-gritty details for later, but we're super excited to deliver this next update centered around Sasha later this year. Also, as an aside, I know it was very difficult for people to get physical copies of Iron Meat for Switch and PS5, so we are looking into that, possible another release in the future. We are not sure yet, but I would love to make that happen. We would love to make that happen as a company. We will let you know. Oh, so there you have it. We can't wait for players to get their hands on this new major update coming to Iron Meat, and it's totally free. It's gonna download. If you haven't played the game yet, definitely get it. You're gonna get this update. And we especially hope you'll look forward to the next major update coming later this year featuring Sasha. But until then, please do continue to provide us with feedback on Iron Meat, since we do take all player feedback into account to make the patches when necessary. We're talking Steam reviews, which are a very big part of this, thank you for those, comments to this video, or you can join the Discord, we have that link in the description. Lastly, thanks for continuing to play Iron Meat, and we hope you enjoy the next major update and all the content we have in store. If you haven't beat your meat yet, go out there and defeat the meat, everybody. Maybe leave that in, that's kind of funny.